Is this something, I feel like this is something I might need to read later? CJ, is this something I need to read later? Is this something I need to read later? I'm here. Strobs, hey Strobs, welcome on in. All right, news time, chat? I think it's the news time. I think that's what's happening here. Let's do it. And here we are again with the news. So it is Gamescom's week. We've got a lot to cover, as well as just general news that has dropped. So Gamescom week is a funny time of the year. Unlike say E3 and a couple of the other ones, this particular time frame is a lot more focused on sort of non-AAA stuff. But that might be changing, as you'll see here. There is a lot of actual AAA that is being talked about here. Not a lot, a decent amount. And some pretty big reveals. So it's one of those things where we are going to see a bit of interesting news from Japan, a bit of interesting news just in general, as well as some normal stuff. But then there's also going to be some trailers in here as well.
Now I leave the bits donation tallly. Take that, Tante.
Tante ain't even here, CJ, but thank you. Thank you for the bits. Coffee, beer, and tweets flow through my veins. What's yours? Action games and gacha, apparently. But yeah, you're here in time for the news, Strobs. And you're 4 short? Oh god. Alright. But yeah, we were just talking about Genshin. But yeah, Genshin actually is something I might be returning sooner rather than later than I realized. Just because... Thank you, CJ. I might put my sword away. So, yes. Genshin, I might return to it. It seems like there's a decent amount of content now. I was talking before about how it became a very samey, but I feel like it might be being like...
Imagine being 4 short Lamau.
Thank you, Arvid. Are we comparing sizes now? Are we comparing sizes? I'm hungry for news. You hungry for Paimon news? Wait, that's a Twitch Global. How's that a Twitch Global emote? Oh, Strobs, thank you for the bits. You guys are terrible. You gotta battle it out for the title now. I do like that it's like, it's all it takes sometimes with the cheer bits. Someone just be like, bam. But back to the point. Speaking about dropping a little bit of cash, Genshin, gachas. People dropped a lot of money on this game, so the idea of this going away anytime soon, not likely. This game is going to get a shit ton of development stuff. Okay, chat, I've just had a thought. Remind me, chat, I want to tell you about my dream. I had a weird dream thing. We're going to tell you, that we've got dream news. After we finish news, we're going to talk dream news later. Remind me about that. But yes, Genshin seems pretty good. Alloy's new character is going to be in the game. I'm not interested in this at all. I don't think her art style has transitioned very well. But, yeah. Wait, what did Dream do? No, my Dream, Tante. Not Dream. I don't even know anything about Dream. I've heard his name, and that's as far as it goes. But yeah, looks like a decent amount of content, so perhaps we'll have to return to Genshin one day and play it on stream, because it was genuinely fun. I did enjoy this game, so yeah, a gacha worthwhile. Stay like that? No, he's my dream. He's your dreamy dream, Tante. Also, welcome in, Tant. Stay like that? I might have to. But, what's not going to stay put is Metroid Dread. Metroid has got 2 new trailers, so this is the first one. I might grab the second one immediately after this, but yeah. This one was pretty cool. So we've got a scenario here where we're getting a lot more lore with Metroid. And what's crazy about this is it ties together a lot of the pre-existing lore from the games, from the SNES games to the DS games. Like, why is it called a trailer if it comes before the... Man, CJ, you just hit me with a real, like, thing there. Blaze, holy crap, I didn't realize there was so many, like, global, like... I didn't know that Family Man and Ryu Champ was a thing. Where have you gotten these? Are these just available to anyone? There's always a timeline, but it's extremely hard to connect things. Yeah, the timeline's very weird for this game. But what's cool about this particular trailer and some of the other ones that you'll be seeing is the game looks really nice. I think they do some really good directing in terms of the story stuff. And yeah, just very excited for this. The trailer becomes before the truck. I don't think this is I think there's one other trailer, chat. But it's pretty exciting. Because if you don't know in Metroid, there's a few things in these trailers, particularly like her suit references. The fact that the suit's obviously difference between these two things here. The Chozo, it looks like we're heading to a Chozo facility, which it's probably going to have relations to the Chozos that broke off and caused all the catastrophe that existed throughout the galaxy. But yeah, I really liked her get-up animation. I think that the animation quality is fucking crazy, Tante. The term trailer dates back before distribution on movie reels of films. Films were distributed on rewound. Oh, therefore the end of the movie was the accessible part which previews the slice of the trailing of the film. Interesting. Interesting if true, CJ. Alright, I'm gonna go try and find the other trailer. There it is, second trailer. So this is the other one that is probably a little bit more flashy. Blaze, you better be careful. You don't want to get yourself timed out from over spamming because the bot will kick in if you post too much. The way that she stumbles, it's very good. How you doing, NC? All right, second trailer. So this one's very cool. So this one, obviously same facility. You see this time Samus coming out of the facility rather than going into it. And she has her normal suit back on. However, here we have an actual full-formed Chozo. Not a destroyed one, one in armor that looks very familiar. These are the creators of the Samus suit, the Morph Ball, a lot of the tech, the reason why Mother Brain exists. Like, it is extremely, extremely important that we've never had this with Metroid lore. So we're literally seeing some existing Chozo that aren't been annihilated. The aesthetic's very tasty. I know. So that's the big thing jumping in this is I think, look how colorful this is. The original trailers I didn't think were felt very colorful. This very chromatic and colorful art style is gorgeous. I'm very into it. But yeah, there's just lots of little things in this trailer if you pay attention. And it just looks fun. It looks like Metroid. It looks like what we wanted. I think the team that have been given this project have done such a fantastic job. And I think a lot of people will probably really enjoy this. And Metroid might be back. Like, we might have more than just Metroid. If Metroid Prime comes back as well, that'll be crazy. The new era of Metroids. But yeah, you saw that correct. Kraid's back. We have this scarred Chozo, who also seems to be immune to blasters. And Samus is dead. So, here's the thing that's interesting about this is that Chozo actually there? I don't know if he is, because this game seems to have an overarching plot line of these robots chasing you down Samus. And then this Chozo that's silhouetted behind here might be a ghost, unsure. But yeah, very, very cool. I'm very excited by this trailer. But yeah, this little moment, it's so good. Could you have ever imagined this being in a SNES game? But yeah, Metroid Dread. I'm very excited by this. I hope you guys are too. This is literally when Ben Tennyson makes creator of Omnitrix, but not as cool. That's I've never seen Ben 10, and I don't think I'm ever going to. This looks different from what I'm seeing. Yeah, I think this game is just looking fantastic. The fact that Kraid's in it as well. So Kraid, where are we? Where does it first show him? So he's shackled up. So if last time we saw Kraid, he was exploded. He was on Brimstar. He was on the planet exploded and was for sure destroyed. However, we've seen Ridley come back as a clone and mechanized and stuff like that. I'm unsure if that means that Kraid has been captured. I think this game really suggests that the space pirates are not like anything to do with this, and perhaps he is currently a prisoner being experimented on, because I would hazard a guess there's a lot of experiments in this particular game. Like there's a lot of weird shit. So I think we're on a Chozo home planet, or a Chozo planet that they recolonized from the segmented faction, but maybe it's not the original Kraid and it's the one in Super is a fake. I don't know about that, Tante, because he's technically meant to be a leader of the space pirates, and the space pirates are on there, whereas like here it just seems like he's just imprisoned. You could be right, unsure. It's a lost planet? I think it's a lost planet. Could be. The fact that because remember, the Chozo are meant to be thought gone. But you can see here, like, he ain't happy. This boy has had something injected in him. He's shackled up. He's got these injections on his neck. I don't know how, like, I think this boy is needing to possibly be freed. But yeah. Samus's suit is different. Yeah, this is the new suit. So it seems to be we've seen 3 different versions of the suit in this game. So going to be cool to see which ones could they tap into, because it looks like the Zero suit in this, not Zero suit, her various suits from the previous games will come back, like from Fusion and things. Maybe it's a secret reboot and none of the games matter now. I don't think it is. It's definitely not, CJ. This is definitely not a reboot. Like that one island with people without technology. What, Armin? Poor Kraid. I don't know if I feel sorry for him. He is a space pirate. They're meant to be pretty brutal creatures. But yeah, very cool trailer. Like I said, as much as it's Gamescom time, it's news cycle time. This is a time of the year where we're going to have a lot of news. So, moving on. Takatomi is releasing Pokemon capsule toys featuring only Gengar. There is a collection of just Gengar toys. And look at this one. I just want this lad. Look at him. Look at him sitting on his little bum. Is the cutest fucking thing. If you guys haven't seen this image, this is obviously a reference image. The other one's a bit more whatever. I kind of like that one. They're very simplistic, but I just like this. I just like this boy. North Sentinel Island? Wait, what do you mean, Armin? North Sentinel Island? Are we is this an IRL thing or referencing something else? Gamescom and Games Go, but Game News is a turtle. It's sad Keanu and a bench. It does have sad Keanu vibes, Jumpy. Holy crap. It's an IRL place? Gengar. You're not really a fan of Gengar, really? He's very cute. I've always liked Gengar. He's a very, look at him. He's just a round lad. He's just happy. He's happy to be here. But speaking of Pokemon, we probably shouldn't get too excited about Pokemon because the Mega Center in Tokyo location is temporarily closing. So Japan, after the Olympics, looks like is now leaning back into closing stuff out, especially because they are really infected right now. It's super duper bad. They shouldn't have run the Olympics, but here we go. Everything's closing down again. So yeah, probably going to see a lot of this, including something like this. Wonder Festival 2021 is now going to be taking place online because the in-person ones are being cancelled. A lot of in-person festivals are being cancelled in Japan again. Again, TGS is going to be online. There's going to be a lot of stuff online this time around, but yeah. North Sentinel is an island, is a real place. I don't know why Yarman is mentioning it. Something about technology. My reasons are beyond understanding. I feel like it. The original Gengar toy back in the 90s was cool because he was translucent. He was too. That's true, Gengar. Gengar. CJ, you're now Gengar. I had that little boy, one of the Pokeball ones. Anyone that's collected Pokemon minis? You guys don't want to see. So I've talked about me and my collections where I don't like to collect a lot of stuff. Kid me collected a lot of crap. I have like a lot of collected stuff in my cupboards from growing up. One day I'll put them all on display. I don't need to collect more stuff. I can just put my old stuff on display. And maybe I should show off some of that stuff someday. One day. We'll see. That'll be a special occasion. Alright. So. We've talked about this one before. Here's our little snippet of anime and live news. I don't think there's much of it this time around. But, Cowboy Bebop. They're actually going through with making this live action. These costumes aren't terrible. I still think the casting is very strange in this. It's just doesn't look quite right. It looks like an SNL skit. Does anyone get this vibe? I feel like I'm looking at an SNL skit. I don't understand this. Ever heard of a Pokemon cafe? Yeah. So in Japan, there's lots of those cafes. They're very, very fun. They're actually, there is a new Square Enix one that's coming out that I'm very excited for, actually. If you had to be a Pokemon in a Pokemon world, which would you be? Sceptile. He's very cool. I like my boy. The Pokemon toy I oddly remember the most is a Golden Charizard card. As in, it's a card? Or do you mean like it's a actual, like, Golden Charizard card? I like that that's the toy you remember. I don't know what I would say my most memorable toy is. Maybe we'll have to have a toy review at some point. The Netflix Cowboy Bebop giving me that live-action Death Note vibes. Well, the thing is, the live-action Death Note, I actually didn't mind. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. The sequels to it were fucking awful. Never watched those. They're really bad. But this is weird because it's Netflix, made by the West. It has Yoko Kanno doing music for it. It's got involvement from the original team. But it's weird because it's like, it doesn't really give me crazy Cowboy Bebop vibes, but I don't know if it necessarily, you can't really transition this stuff very well. I think that it looks okay. I mean, obviously this is a really big important scene they're playing here, the church scene, but the set definitely looks correct. Like, I don't hate this. I just, if they get the tone right, then this could be actually like, okay, maybe, unsure. I'm worried. I'm just scared beyond belief because Cowboy Bebop is very, very a big fond for everyone. Netflix live action Death Note. Oh, Kana, I completely forgot that was a thing. Man, I can't believe that's a thing. I'm so glad I didn't watch that. That looked like a nightmare. I can't remember they only remember it as trade as a toy for the kid who had never did a trade, and it was my favorite Pokemon is Charizard. I think you and a lot of other people in Dominus. Charizard was the boy. He is like the boy. Are seatbelts involved? Yes, they are, Jumpy. Well, I don't know if the entire concept of the band is, but Yoko Kanno is involved. So we will get her music. So worst case scenario, she's still a fantastic musician. We will get a decent OST out of this, and that makes me excited. I just don't know if the rest of this, like, the fact that Ain's there but no Ed, I still don't understand the point of not having Ed in it at all. It's very strange. Yours is Garchomp, and you be Eevee? You guys, everyone has to go over to the Discord and drops their, like, what Pokemon are you gonna be? I feel like that's where you got those quizzes, like, what Pokemon are you? I think most people did, probably for the better, yeah. I showed my ex Bebop, she didn't like it, really. She liked Death Note, though. Oh, no. CJ, no. Death Note, I think I can kind of tell the people who like Death Note, but they don't like a lot of other anime. There's kind of a trend there. I have an 18-year-old Charizard sword on my, sword from my first playthrough of Fire Red Blaze. That was first ever Pokemon. Oh, that's very sweet, Indominus. Mine, unfortunately, have all been lost with the sands of time of Generation 1 and 2, so those cartridges have lost their save. Totodamaru? Oh, really? He's pretty cute. I like him. He's just a round lad. He's a round Pikachu lad. Alright. We probably should keep up the pace, or increase the pace here. Gamasutra rebranding as game developer. So you guys probably know Gamasutra. I actually get a lot of news articles from them. They're very, very important to the industry. Yeah, I think it's about time that they've probably changed their title. So here we go. It's fine. You'll probably just see this. If you see different article changes, or they're rebranding, that's pretty much me just using them instead. Speaking of Gamasutra, here they are. Now this one's a bit heavier to talk about. We actually talked about a little bit. I touched on a tiny bit this morning with that bot being banned at the start of the chat. Now, Twitch streamers plan to protest the continuing lack of action on hate raids. So, if you guys don't know, we have been having a bit of an issue over the past few months where particularly right-wing aggressive trollish communities have been feeling a bit empowered, and there've been a lot more of this stuff, and unfortunately it's been a bit of a spiral with them. I've actually seen from related community members, particularly in the Monster Hunter community, have been hit by some pretty horrible shit. And you will have seen probably on Twitch, if you followed a lot of streamers, especially smaller streamers, that this stuff has gotten way out of control. And it is now something where there is a hashtag, a day off Twitch, which is encouraging people to not stream on the day, and also not go watch any streams on that day. So that day will be September 1st. I'm not streaming that day. I'll be working anyway, so that's a day that I miss anyway, so it's hard for me to be involved. However, if you are around and you are aware and you want to be involved, hashtag a day off Twitch is the one. Unsure how much of an impact it'll have, but it is definitely something that Twitch needs to do something about, because it's pretty horrible. In particular, what we were talking about at the start of the stream is we've been banning a particular type of bot that has been attacking channels. If you need any details, feel free to hit me up after the stream, and I can let you in on some of what's happening. Yeah, pretty much need to bop those ones because they are really, really aggressive. So yeah, September 1st, if you do want to get involved and get involved by not watching streams, you can talk about it, use the hashtag, all that sort of stuff if you want to get involved. There are lots of people talking about it on Twitch if you want to see. Again, curious how this will go, but hopefully Twitch will actually deal with this, because it's pretty fucking bad. Also, you can see game developer, they've switched over Gamasutra. It's probably for the best. I remember the days when it was just called Gamasutra. Oh yeah, it was too. It didn't. Yeah, you're right, Kana. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's this is a website that is very important to the industry, and they do tackle like good topics. A little bit slower on reporting, just because they are a lot more not the same as the other news outlets, but they are still very important. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Grand Unifier Raker cinematic. So I hadn't actually watched this, but so we didn't actually see too much footage of the Marvel game when it first came out. They just kept showing the same footage over and over. It was a decent amount of footage, and it looked good, but they kept showing the same thing over and over. But looks like it isn't just the same thing over and over. We're actually getting new content being shown off here.
Of the galaxy. You misread our intentions.
No, you've made them pretty clear.
Sometimes sacrifice.
So it very much is in between the comics and the movies. And
I had to check.
Groot.
It's very good. I think the humor feels right. This seems like this will be a pretty fun game to play. But it's very cinematic. And that's my worry, is how much of a game it is versus how much it's just a interactive movie.
Ain't it's cool that you didn't try to kill us just then, especially with your two pals right there. Could have totally ripped us apart the moment you walked in, which we obviously all appreciate. But also, we've kind of got a few questions, like...
You came here seeking truth. Rejoice. The matriarch wishes to share it with you.
I wonder if this is the start of the game or it's a little bit in, because it feels like it's very much like plot introductory.
Really not cool.
What do you mean he's not picking up?
Come. The matriarch awaits.
They're being eaten by a big ship. Big gun? I don't know what's going on. But it's very flashy. It looks like they're going to be putting a lot of money behind this game. I think that it's something that it seems like it's going down a better road than, say, the other Marvel game did. It's a completely different studio and it looks way better. I think it looks very fun, but again, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be more than just an interactive movie, but we'll see. Definitely has a fuck ton of budget behind it though. Speaking about budget, the Microsoft funded anime game Scarlet Nexus, which we've been doing as a playthrough, is now getting a PC demo. So if you guys don't have access to a PS5 or an Xbox One, Xbox, go and pick up the demo over on Steam. It's very fun. I really do enjoy this game. I do suggest people to check out this game. Very excited. What have you linked me, Tante? What is a small mono? What is this? What is a small mono? Wait, how do I wear this, Tante? I don't know if I could wear this, but he is very small. Hang on. Where am I gonna sit this lad? Tante, he is transparent. I assume he's transparent here. Put him on the desk. Is he just gonna live on the desk from now on? Oh my god, he's got tiny glasses. I didn't even notice he has tiny glasses. Whoa. Oh, he's slightly transparent. Oh, look at that. Oh, he changes color as we move him around. There. You can sit here, buddy. You can sit next to me. Sit right there. Sit your little tush there. Thank you, Tate. I love him. News time. Hey, Bubble. Welcome on in. I'm supported by a new tiny cat overlord. Should I just leave? Should I just leave? We'll let him take over the news. I have him click clack on the keyboard. Put him on the desk. I think he needs to live. I think a little bit higher. There we go. That'll do. But yeah, Scarlet Nexus. If you guys don't have it already tried it, maybe go check it out on the PC demo. I do suggest that game. It's very good. He's a secretary. He's my little secretary. Maybe I need to put him behind the keyboard and he can click clack away. So another game that we've been waiting for a little while is Deer Simulator, an average everyday deer. If you guys haven't seen this game, Japan fell in love with this game. It is a Japanese weird kooky game, very much inspired by Goat Simulator, but it's pretty cool and I kind of want to play it. It's kind of got Katamari weird vibes to it. So it's playisms. I'm fairly sure this is Japan. This is a Japanese game, isn't it? I'm not sure anymore. I might have to look this up. But how are you doing today, Bubble? Deer plus Katamari, Tokyo Jungle. Yeah, so it's not Tokyo Jungles of weird. Not weird, sort of playstyle. It's goofy. It's very strange. And I've seen this game. Wow, this has actually got a lot more weird stuff than I remembered seeing. So yeah, this is what I am aware of. Deer with guns. But yeah, I kind of want to pick this game up at some point. It looks very fun, very dumb, and you guys know I like dumb indie fun. It reminds me of Ghost Simulator. Yeah, it seems very inspired by it, but it seems like it's its own sort of idea and has a story to it, surprisingly, which is weird. You finished a round of golf with Llama? See, okay, so we're gonna have a Deer Simulator game. Bobble's playing golf with llamas. Hope Llama's doing well. I haven't seen him in a while. A corgi mech? Heck yeah. I didn't even know that there were like weird mech situations, Kana. I didn't know that at all. I've just seen a few Japanese VTubers play it. The dude who got hit by the truck kind of looked like Nick Licknuke. Licknuke got reincarnated into a deer. I think that's what happened there. Did you mention the Black Desert stuff? My nut cut out. No, wait, is there Black Desert stuff, Tanto? I haven't seen that, if that's the case. Interesting. Okay, so there really isn't much to talk about the Blizzard Activision lawsuit this week. We've already done a lot of the stuff. It's slowing down, but there is still something that is happening, which is the lawsuit is actually expanding to include contractors, which is pretty important because we've actually already had third-party entities talk about how their poor interactions with Blizzard and Activision have really, like, they don't want to work with them again. And then the other thing is claims publisher shreds documents. Now that's probably the big one here. If that's actually true, and they've been caught, they're in big trouble. That's a lot of, they're gonna get in real shit about that one. But it also does stall a lot of stuff, so it's actually bad in all ways. So, yeah. That's kind of the status of the Activision Blizzard lawsuit at the moment. It's chucking along. It's not going to make huge headlines from here on out unless something really happens. But it's going to truck along. It'll be the same as how the Riot one, where it becomes quiet until we start seeing some more resolution. Black Desert devs are making a monster collection game. Really, Tante? If you can find me an article, I'll definitely look that up. But yes, I should check out the other one that CJ has just talked about, which I am trying to find now. It'll be amongst my stuff, and that is here. So, in relation to what we were just talking about, Blizzard having gotten rid of a whole heap of staff members, in particular some certain individuals, Overwatch will rename McCree after dismissal of their namesake. So if you guys didn't know, McCree is actually named after one of their staff members that was involved in its creation and Overwatch teams. And yeah, I think this is probably the right thing to do because so yeah, if you guys don't know, lead level designer Jesse McCree was among a number of employees dismissed from the company, which sort of cements the fact that they agree that the wrong things have been said by this individual and things like that. So again, scapegoating those individuals is one thing, but making a stance about this stuff is actually a little bit more important as well, because otherwise this would have gone on in Eternal. This character would have just been how it is. I think it'll be weird because McCree, I feel like, here's the weird part, I feel like McCree is a good name for that character, but it is not justification to keep it. So, token empty gesture, they knew this shit was going on for years. It is definitely true. That's definitely true, I'd say CJ. But yeah. But there is a lot of things in World of Warcraft and a couple of others that's like, there's a lot of references to those characters, to those individuals that were let go and were problematic, but I don't think that they're going to be changing any of that stuff too soon, because it's not as headline worthy as McCree being changed. CJ Rotana. So this is from Tante here. We've got a Poke V.
What's up, Daimonsters? It's Selma's back from the movies.
Welcome back, Selmas. What did you see? What movie did you check out? So what is this, Tante? Doke V is an eye-catching Pokemon style from the Black Desert Online. That's pretty crazy because Black Desert is extremely... If you never watched what Black Desert and their team have done before, their games are just impossibly beautiful. So it makes me curious as to what we're about to see here. I'm assuming this just got announced, so I have not seen this. So this is a first look thing. Devs trying to do better than Nintendo is always good. Devs trying to do better than the Pokemon company, I would say, is probably the one that is more important to me. I might put it on 720p because this player seems to be a bit bogus. It's one thing I will say about, unfortunately, chat, is being in Australia, sometimes players don't have great netcode here. This looks... Is this just play as a toddler, the simulator? What the fuck? Wait, what? Look at this world! Holy shit! Wait, where's the Pokemon part of this? Oh no, it is for it is like they've cutified toddlers. What is this? So it's an action RPG thing. Wait, no way. It's Yokai Watch? Like how the action Yokai Watch was? Wow, it definitely looks like the Black Desert engine. So it's an MMO? What the hell? What is this game? Its art style leaves something to be desired, I will say. Am I gonna get DMCA'd? I just realized this song. I don't know if this is made for this game. Am I gonna get K-pop DMCA'd? The plot twist is the kids are the Pokemon? I don't even know if I care about the Pokemon. I just want to go around this world. I don't really like the model of the children though. It's kind of weird, but this game looks like it has way too much budget for what this is. This game could be stupid huge if this is the case. This is shockingly out of nowhere. I saw the Candyman remake? Candyman? Oh, as in a movie. Oh, cool. How was it? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Tante, I don't know where the Pokemon comes out of this. This looks just like an action RPG that's like, it doesn't even look like an MMO. This is like GTA meets like, what is this? I don't even know what this game is. I can't get over it on the visuals. Look at the visuals in this game. I can see why the player didn't like this. I haven't got it in 1080p. This doesn't even look as good as it possibly could look either. The fact this is all in-game as well. Cartoony GTA. This is bananas. GTA Junior. It looks like Yokai Watch meets GTA. That's what it looks like. It's very strange. I feel like most computers will struggle to run this. So Clunima, if you've not played Black Desert, they are extremely optimized. Their MMOs are crazy good looking for how low a system you can run it on. This probably will run on a shitload of really good on low end systems. I imagine this will probably be mostly focused on consoles though, because it is aimed at children. Most of the time, PC games are aimed at more older audiences. This game looks like it'll probably be on a console. It is an MMO, developed by Pearl Abyss. Does it say the platforms? Robots or pinatas? So, okay, so yeah, that was the other thing. It's kind of had like a Viva Pinata-y sort of feel to it. It's very colorful. That took me by surprise. That might be the big surprise of today. I was not expecting that. It doesn't actually say, so I wonder how far through development it is. I wonder how much content it has in it. The area looks pretty massive, but it might be that area for the game. It looks like action RPG, real-time battles. Interesting, that's bonkers. It was amazing. Oh, cool. Did you talk about the Persona 5? No, I haven't talked about that Summers. I didn't actually grab that one because we had so many articles today. It was a bit of a minor piece of news. Looks like an open world for me. Yeah, it's definitely open world, so. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that, considering Black Desert's still in development. Not Black Desert. Their new MMO is still in development. For them to be working on a second one, bit weird. Really shocked no one brought that up to me prior to this. But yeah, anyway, speaking about things that are looking good, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels had a teaser trailer. It's more than a teaser trailer. It actually just shows off some of the game. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Actual single-player experiences. And this game actually looks really good. Like, visually, it's got a lot of live 2D. It's got a lot of nice visuals just going on. This is the nicest looking Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. However, I do feel like I'm looking more like at a Magic board than I am necessarily looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! But the fact that all super cards will get a live 2D animation is actually, I think I'm really, really happy with that. Because being able to see like Link's a bit clearer, having a little quick animation rather than the annoying 3D animations that came up, I think it's just better. It just looks good. This game just looks really good. So I'm excited, and it has a stupid amount of cards. I think they revealed it's got 10,000 cards. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of card for something like this game. So, and it goes up until the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. So, gonna have all the systems and the new Master Rule set. So, I'm probably gonna be playing this on stream, chat. You probably will see me play Yu-Gi-Oh! On stream finally. I can't wait to sweat it with my Deskbot deck. I've never played Deskbots. Bobble. Hey, Samurai. When we gonna get Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, the game? I don't think that's ever happening, CJ. I don't even know how they would turn that into a game, honestly. Samurai, Yu-Gi-Oh! Summoned me? Samurai, have you seen this trailer? Have you watched this? Assumably you've watched this. Do I sense another duelist? You'd be surprised how many duelists are around you right now in Dominus. What is your favorite anime series? I saw Arc V last year. I really like Arc V. I haven't watched Arc V. I still think the original is the best. I really do think that the original series is the best for me. But I do like 5Vs. Five. The card games on motorcycles. Card games on motorcycles wasn't as dumb as I thought it'd be, and I think it was just fun. Never heard of it? Wait, how have you know, Samurai? You do know that there's three new Samurai games. Three new Yu-Gi-Oh! Games coming out, right? When did this come out? Dude, you need to look up this news. Here, I'll drop this for you. You can look at this later. There's 3 new card games on motorcycles. Card games on motorcycles. Do I play Legacy of Duelist on Switch? I have played a lot of it in Dominus. I haven't played it in quite some time. I play more on the the PC version than the Switch version. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero VR, where you blindfold you and they put a broken mirror pieces back together, except it's just real life. Cyverse? Yeah, so I haven't watched all of them, is the thing.
The real Daimono was all in our mind.
Summers, you'd be shocked how true that would be. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, the rest of this Yu-Gi-Oh! CJ. Dynamist, Paleozoics, Deskbots are my favorite structures. I'm a Blue Eyes boy. I'm an OG Blue Eyes boy, so I can't not choose Blue Eyes decks. They're very fun. I like my boss monster decks, honestly. I do like my bosses. All right. Let's keep moving though. Otherwise, I will continue talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something we can talk about definitely together in the future, though, guys, because we probably will be playing it. All those E-Heroes. I hate the Heroes cards. Blastoise joins Pokemon Unite next week. So if you guys didn't see, Blissey, it will be joining soon, but Blastoise is coming sooner. And yeah, this was a mon that was extremely overpowered in the beta. So if you guys have some currency or you're looking for a Pokemon to pick, apparently Blastoise is an extremely good pick. He is a very good tanky mon. He does a crazy amount of damage. And yeah, if you're still playing Pokemon Unite, then I would. This might be a Pokemon that, if it hasn't been rebalanced from the beta, he's probably a really good pick. That is a terrible trailer. I just got to say that. Going from that other trailer to this trailer. We just imagine who is Australian. I didn't even tag myself as Australian today. I don't know how I didn't do that. Australian. Let's put an Australian tag. There we go. But yeah, also, if you guys didn't see, there's also a free Pikachu and 1,000 tickets for signing up for pre-registrations. So people will be getting these two and maybe the costume if they reach the 5 million pre-registrations, which is an insane number, honestly. I hate Dark Lore. What's Dark Lore, Clunima? Is it Lore from One Piece, but he's dark? Masked Hero. And hero cards. No, we can't fall into for Yu-Gi-Oh chat. Otherwise, we're going to talk about favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then that's just an endless hole. KOF 15 release date has fallen in February 2022. Card games of motorcycles. E-Hero Tempest. God, Samurai. Hero Whore. Do I hear you? Oh no! Ow! Thank you for the host, but yes. Not agreed lore though. Oh no! We're just in Yu-Gi-Oh territory now. All right, chat. You guys discuss your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. We're gonna dive into KOF. We need the Yu-Gi-Oh. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh news, presented by Samurai and his hero deck. I have a Blue Eyes deck. I love my Blue Eyes decks. They're very fun. All right. Let's dive into some fighting game news. KOF 15 and its announcer. So we're finally getting an actual trailer for KOF 15. And a reveal of quite a few new characters. If you didn't see, there were some very massive leaks around this particular game just before this dropped. I don't know, they must have been planning to reveal this trailer though at the right time. But the new King of Fighters tournament is underway, and I don't know if I'm going to play this game. I still don't know if the art style really is for me, but it definitely looks better than the previous one. Think about it, motorcycle card games. I mean, 5Ds was pretty good. It was pretty fun. Made no sense, but very fun. But yeah, so a lot of characters returning. We have full teams. The fact we have characters like Ash and like even some of the newer teams have been brought in and new characters. Like there's a lot going on. And if you've never played like KOF 15, if you've never played KOF, there's a lot of characters just straight off the bat. So you get to go, but it didn't take much, Indominus. Don't worry. But that's okay. If you guys want to chat in chat about stuff while I talk news, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, the UI, I don't know if I'm a big fan of this new UI. I still think that they haven't made a fantastic transition into modern games. I think there's something still left to be desired about SNK's art styles. I love old SNK, but I don't know about them being in 3D right now. Tron Light motorcycles in card games? Heck yeah. I didn't even hear that one, Samurai. This announcer's so loud. You're a second-rate rider with a third-rate scooter. KOF too loud, Samurai. KOF too important. But yeah, so big story trailer, big reveals. It looks like new characters are coming. It looks like we're going way more down the road of crazy magic bullshit. Yeah. I do like that new lead girl's design. It looks like she's meant to be countered to the new boy from the previous game. 4D chess on airplanes. Thing is, Kana, there's an arc in one of the Yu-Gi-Ohs which is just like bizarre like gameplay. It's nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, and it is essentially 4D chess in space. I like them explaining how draft mode works. We're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh again, you guys. This is a long trailer, hang on. Oh, whoa, hang on, whoa. I didn't know this, I missed this part. Hang on, so is there actually little openings and little character promos? Alright, we're gonna skip some of the reveal stuff. Fuck, this game's gonna have a crazy roster on release. KOF fans eaten well, I think, with this game. This really feels like they figured out their shit in a sense with versus the previous game that felt a little hollow, but at the same time, it's still crazy. Is that Terry from Smash Bros? Ow. Is this the series with the horny volleyball sub-series? No, not at all, Dante. That's Dead or Alive. No, SNK is definitely not that. But you probably saw Boobs McGee in this series. So many fucking characters. That's KOF. KOF is like because so if you guys don't know, KOF is a team-based game. A lot of team-based games usually have a lot more characters. If you look at, say, like Marvel vs. Capcom and things like that, just because 3 characters on a team, you want to have a good variety of them. A lot of them. And the thing is that's a difference about KOF, in my opinion, is that the roster is so diverse and a lot of characters play so differently to one another. It is hard to fight. KOF is a very high learning curve game, just because team comp-wise, it's just very complex. But yeah, exciting stuff. I'm curious if that one will make a good landing. As curious as I am about this particular game, which came out of kind of nowhere. We knew there was a rumored Marvel game, so this is the rumored Marvel XCOM game, yeah, Marvel Midnight Suns. This is just a cinematic trailer, but yeah, for a person who doesn't know what the Midnight Suns are, this was a little weird, yeah, I don't know. Marvel Yu-Gi-Oh? Are you gonna switch to OC? Yeah, I probably will be, Bubble. Well, I'm waiting for that, and I can't wait for Shadowbringers and Walker. So I don't really know what's happening here, but it seems like a selection of the Avengers have now been converted into some sort of mystical people working for whoever this group is, the Midnight Suns. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. For a person, I've never read this version of the comic book characters, so I have no idea what's going here on it at all. If someone in chat knows, I need to join that server too. I got some catching up to do. I'll have to carry you guys through. Count Dooku? Where? Do you guys like Egyptian gods? Oh shit, that's right. I'm not sure I can play this song because it's Enter the Sandman. It's a cover of Enter the Sandman. I have no idea if this one's DMC-able. I laughed very hard when I heard this song, but let's put on the normal BGM. Yeah, Blade's in this game, if you didn't see that. I was going to call him Blade Runner, not Blade Runner. Ghost Rider? Hell Rider? What is his name? I forget his name. Like the Sandman in the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like fuck another place where Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes
Oh no! Ghost Rider, that's his name. And we found him. I mean, people only care about Wolverine. That's the truth of it all. He's the only character we should care about. But yeah. So this is an XCOM-like game. I don't know who this character is. I don't really know what's going on, but apparently it's a Egyptian themed, old god themed. I don't really know what's going on. Are we going to see Egyptian old god cards? I think we might be. I think this game might actually be secretly a Yu-Gi-Oh game. I think you guys figured it out. But yeah, March 2022. But yeah, you guys want to play as Blade. Everyone on Twitter was upset the Ghost Rider's design, but when looking at, I think it was the second or third Ghost Rider. I legit don't know what his designs are. I don't know too much about Ghost Rider myself, but they thought they could hide it from us. Oh my gosh. Hey Zigzagoon, welcome on in. How you doing? Shit, pyramids? Yeah, hell yeah, pyramids. Thinking about XCOM. Zigzagoon knows about XCOM. But yeah, it's a Marvel XCOM game coming out. How was stream, Zigzagoon? You're still going with Bug Fables. How far through are you? But yeah.
Kill zone established.
I've been eating Nando's, so you're all lucky that I have been really thinking about the band term Yu-Gi-Oh! Never. You can't be banning the term Yu-Gi-Oh. It's important. You're nearly done. Oh, you're getting there. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh news stream. I think that's kind of where we are right now. I'm the only one I can think is Frank Castle's writer. Bro, I mean, that's the thing. I think the modernized ones is probably what people would think about only. All right, so reveals, big things. We knew this was coming. So there was mass leaks against 3 or 4 different shooters. CJ, you'll find this really particularly interesting. I'm going to bounce off from that and then talk about this article. CJ, you can't be blocking that term. Unblock that. Unblock that right now, sir. You will unblock those terms. Otherwise, I won't talk about this particular news. What did he block? I like that you guys can't see it. So, 3 or 4 different shooters got mass leaks over the past 2 weeks, including things such as Call of Duty and its new title, Halo, Battlefield 3, and there was something else that's now eluding me. There's something else that's eluding me. But anyway, Halo had a lot of stuff related to leak stuff, which is good now that they've actually announced the release date and some stuff. Battlefield 3 had insane amounts. Battlefield 3. The new Battlefield. Battlefield 2042. That game has insane leaks around that. CJ, if you haven't looked into them, you need to look up those leaks. There is a shit ton that's been revealed with that game. So 2142. And they can't keep doing this to me, Battlefield. They keep confusing. Looting me? Eluding you? Eluding. Most people do their best to ignore modern versions of model characters. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. In a sense, only some of them stick. They just keep throwing shit at a wall till it sticks. But Halo definitely got some leaks related to it, and yeah. So did Call of Duty. I won't talk about the Call of Duty stuff though. Halo Infinite launches December 8th. So, I'm not going to play this. I'm not a Halo fan, but I imagine that a lot of people in chat are. Halo is a very beloved series. I'm not an Xbox boy, so I've never had really... I'm not an Xbox. I'm not a space boy. I'm not a shooter person too much. So, that combination never drew me in. I'll play enough for both of us. I feel like a lot of Halo fans would. Wow, humans. It's weird to see humans in a Halo. You said there's 3 other Yu-Gi-Oh games coming out. What are the other 2? So, Indominus, there is the main Master Rank one. There is a Speed version game that's coming out. And then there is a 4-player one. So, there... As well as Duel Links getting an upgrade, so there's going to be a new set of cards coming out for it. So really, there were 4 news articles related to Yu-Gi-Oh! A while back, but the 4-player one will be interesting, and the... I feel like this is one of those things where if you don't know this is Halo, you wouldn't realize it's Halo. Huge mans! Huge mans.
What is a Spartan?
So yeah, the other one is the speed play one, which I don't know how that's going to turn out. This art style looks really weird. So I don't know what's up with the compositing in this, where it feels like characters and backgrounds are blending into each other. I think that the color wrapping from the lighting is a bit harsh on this. Arc V in Duel Links makes me hyped. I imagine a lot of people probably would. I don't know if I'll ever return to Duel Links though, Al. But I did enjoy that game when I played a lot of it. Uh-oh, there's many Master Chiefs. Why is there so many Masters? Which one's my chief?
And together we are unstoppable.
So who's this girl? Is she a Master Chief?
Are you ready? Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Hear you.
Not my war chief.
Good. Who's first?
That girl is Spartan 117, the Master Chief. She's Master Chief? Is she? I don't know. You can't tell me this stuff, CJ. I don't know Halo lore. But yeah, I mean, I guess I knew that was a cinematic intro, but you know, if you want to see more of it, there'll probably be some more coming up soon. Speaking about cinematic trailers though, Far Cry 6 story trailer was dropped. This is something we've got quite a few story beats already, but I don't know if this one is actually going to introduce us to the core premise of what the actual story is to this game. Because this is a very, very intense story. Very, very adult. You remember that old website, Halos? You're very silly, CJ.
Let's get right to it. Yesterday, your network, Yara Vision, was hijacked by rebels.
Oh, don't shoot!
People ready for the Lord of the Rings and Magic Gathering? What? I did not know that was a thing, Bobble. Is that true?
Is Viviro produced with slave labor?
Viviro saves millions of lives. Do you think that those lives care where it comes from?
You were imprisoned at the age of 13, the same age as Diego. You spent a lot of time with your father.
He is a great teacher.
A lion finds calm before the kill. Fire me!
I understand you were forced to endure 15 years of hard labor, pruning tobacco. I hear you still have the blade.
When Yara becomes paradise, my methods, no one will care.
Hip hop music. Hip hop music chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Get as far away as you can from that psychopath. All of you.
A revolution is not won by the fearless.
Okay, so I'm fairly sure you play as this girl, because we were trying to figure out who the main character was for the longest time. And I was wondering if that young boy, you would have him aged up, but it really does seem like that it's this girl that was on the boat. So, is it? I don't think this is DMCA. I don't think it's real music, Samurai. I think it's game music. Yeah, it's the girl. Guy looks like and sounds like the guy from Breaking Bad. It's possible. That's a thing currently, Clunamar, is a lot of actors getting brought straight into games. Godzilla had Magic the Gathering cards? Shut up, Indominus. That can't be true. What? Bobble, you gotta be lying to me. Also, how you Sunrise? Welcome on in. Yo, 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 yo. The same guy, I believe. Is this Saints Row? No, this isn't Saints Row. It's a lot more grittier than Saints Row, that's for sure. I know, Far Cry always is funny to me because I always think of Just Cause when I see it. It's gritty Just Cause. Oh my god, it bleeped out the swear. Why would you put that in the trailer if you're gonna do that? Oh, that was weird. I was not expecting that. But yeah, this game looks good, like in terms of visuals. I don't know if I would play it ever. I'm not a Far Cry person, but definitely gritty. Have you talked about Saints Row? Nah, we're getting there. We're almost there, actually. Saints Row... Actually, it's going to be a little bit. I'll try... Actually, no, it's actually very close. We'll talk about it very soon. Fortnite? What? The main villain is played by Giancarlo Esposito? I have no idea who that is, CJ. The trailer is kid-friendly. It's kid-friendly with all that shooting and shit. Can't swear, but you can show a dude's head being blown off. Sifu launches February 22, 2022. So, I'm looking forward to this game. It looks very cool. If you guys are a martial arts fan, old martial arts movies and modern martial arts movies, you probably will dig this. The combat system seems pretty nice. Visually, it looks really fun too. This game kind of came out of nowhere, but it looks really fun. I think it's meant to be made by the same people who made that Souls-like custom fighter game, and it looks pretty fun. I think I heard the Sage is barrier healer.
Far Cry 2 is the best Far Cry. Please update the visuals.
CJ, you can't be asking for remasters. We get too many as it is. Have you heard any news on how the new classes play? No, yeah, so we already know how they play Bobble, but not specifics. I've only seen limited amount with it. Oh, he's in Breaking Bad. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is that I'm not sure which character he is. I haven't seen all of Breaking Bad, but all right. Okay. And this is so as you can see, this article talks about just Gamescom opening night did reveal a lot of stuff. I might move that back a bit because we might talk about some stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, browser please. Alright, I'll move that back there for now. But if you guys really would want to hear it, we'll jump into the Saints Row reboot. There's 2 trailers. I might actually jump into the other one because this will be the actual Welcome to the World. So if you guys did not hear, there was a teaser for Saints Row, and it was going to be rebooted, and it has been rebooted. So it's not a remake. It is not a remake, Samurai. It is a full reboot. This does not look anything like the original game. Taints blow. So any info on the Digimon games? I will talk about that in Dominus very shortly. Not shortly, but at least some part of today. There's a lot of news today. This is a news day. Holy shit, this is quiet. Can you guys hear this trailer? It's so quiet. This is from IGN. How is this trailer so quiet? Hang on, we're gonna try and find a better trailer because this one is crazy quiet. There we go. Why was it? Hang on, was I not on the real IGN maybe? Okay, where's King and Gantz? So I kind of agree, Alex. It's a bit weird, but I think this new guy is meant to be him. Like I said, it's a reboot, so technically this should take place before Saints Row the 3rd. Like, so I don't know.
I sure do.
So yeah, this is a decently long trailer. I don't know if we want to watch the whole thing, but
They shot the dealer.
I am fake PNG. IGN.fake PNG. I think it might have been.
Can we do this?
Saints Row ain't nothing without massive boober, unzipped hoodie, dual-whisting pistol mob boss. Well, I think you play as the female as in this game as the lead. LGN. Samurai, you tricky mofo.
Hey guys, what you got in the... Oh, stolen Marshall MDI-101 M9.
So it has vibes of Saints Row. That's the thing, but at the same time, they're a lot less gung ho. They're kind of. I heard a good descriptor about what people thought about this game, and I kind of agree. Do you know what this feels like watching this trailer? It feels closer to GTA meets Watch Dogs, like modern Watch Dogs. And I kind of agree because they're all meant to be relatable characters, which will come up in the trailer we'll watch after this. But it definitely doesn't evoke Saints Row to me in this trailer until we get a little bit further in. And I want to see, like, so there is gameplay that is revealed of this, and it looks a little bit more Saints Row-y as you get in it. But the fact that you're not in a big city, it's very flat desert land, focuses on the gunplay a lot more, and I don't think that's what's, like, Saints Row is really what's about. That man dead? A lot of people die in Saints Row. It needed a reboot? Where do you go after fighting? I know, CJ. Saints Row went to a stupid place in the end, but Saints Row the 3rd was, like, peak. It was so good. I love that game to death. I wonder if they'll end up going the same route as the old timeline. I don't know, Samurai. Because I don't think this crew is anything like the original crew, so I don't think so. Because the original Saints Row was very serious. It was just it was basically like a, it was basically a GTA clone originally, and this certainly doesn't feel like that. That's for sure.
Asshole! Get the fuck away from my friend.
Telling us, yeah. So Luna, we know about that one. Unfortunately, we kind of talked about it earlier at the start of stream. We've pre-dealt with that stuff. But if you know anyone else that doesn't know, I think it's a good idea to let them know. So thank you. But yeah, Saints Row. Not the 4th. This is just Saints Row. It's a full reboot. Here's your relatable protagonist. Unfortunately, I would say the cast of these characters do feel a little bit too similar to a whole heap of other casts of characters that have been coming out of recent. They're kind of like the quirky crew. I kind of want the cool back in a sense with this game, but it's not leaning into the goofy cool as much as it used to. Which this is a 7-minute trailer, this video. So if you guys want to see this, I'll drop this in chat. This is quite long. I'm not going to watch all of it. I'll skip through it. But it talks about their development with this game. What month is the 25th and the second day of the 25th? Oh, you're looking at American dates. So we're going to skip through a lot of this. So
Keep It Strange fits like a glove. It was practically tailor-made for Saints Row. Embrace.
So they talk up this game, they talk up their setting and stuff like that and how much they love it. It looks like it's very much thought about in the form of it being like Desert Wasteland meets like Burning Man or Wicker Man style events and things like that, where it's just sort of like crazy out there designs and like lights and disco in the desert and stuff like that. Speaking about quirky crew, I want to see how Suicide Squad ends up. I think people were excited about that one, Bubble. It's stock teenager team number 2456. Really does feel like an Indominus. They don't feel like a gang. They don't feel like a criminal gang. They just seem like quirky adventure crew. That's about it.
Hey man, if you want a $300 waffle maker, you can buy with the exposure the idols pay you in.
These characters don't give me that comic feel like the original characters did. They're trying to make it feel too much like GTA. I kind of agree. I think they've tried to lean too heavy into story again. But so here's the thing. So someone brought it up to me, which was interesting, is the concept of how the previous game they released, if you did not play it, which a lot of people didn't, Children of Anarchy? I can't remember what it was called. But basically, that game was way off the wall, crazy, stupid bullshit. They went super heavy into the really dumb, crazy shit, too hard, and it rejected everyone. It was the game that had that actor as the lead protagonist, Terry Crews. But yeah, it's like, so Terry Crews was the main character. It was way off the wall, and no one really wanted to play it because apparently it was a buggy mess. Russell Brand. I'm totally getting new. Oh my god. Samurai. 10,000 cards? Yeah, I super duper am Samurai. I'm really looking forward to that particular one. I feel like the crew from Watch Dogs 2. I agree, CJ. I think to me this feels like Watch Dogs. It's super duper has Watch Dogs all over it, which if you look at some of the games we reviewed during E3 and some of like that, like especially that vampire game or monster game that was coming out, that very much had the same vibe. But yeah, so okay, so here's the gameplay we care about. Here is Saints Row. So weird super weapons, magical bullshit. Like they're as much as it's like meant to be in a realm of like people that are criminals, it's still like dudes swinging hammers at you is so silly compared to people just walking around with rocket launchers half the time. Are we talking about Crackdown? Is that Crackdown, Bobble? Did I get the wrong game? The art style in this game is very strange, though. I feel like Saints Row was a great starting off. I feel like we went downhill after Aliens and Futures. Yeah, I think Saints Row got weird, unfortunately. Is the 4-foot dildo coming back? I'm going to take a guess no, CJ. I feel like there's no lewd here. I feel like there's no, like, over-the-top sexual stuff in this. I feel like they've pruned back a lot of that stuff.
Players can feel included in our character team and our character customization.
Terry Crews is the MC in Crackdown 3. Was he? Or maybe I'm thinking, no, surely I'm thinking about another thing. I didn't realize he was an MC in that. Am I thinking about a different game? All I remember is a game that was like, it was sort of like a creative, like, destruction everything game. But yeah, Big Booba. No Australian banned anal probe gun. Oh man, I forgot about that, Tante. Might be a part of the reason. There we go. This moment was when I had the moment where I was like, oh shit, it's Saints Row. Is this moment here?
Remember how the truckload of real-life 4-feet love bats that were part of Saints Row 3 promotion was hijacked and stolen and the love bats were never found? Crazy.
I forgot about that, CJ. You're totally right. Yeah, man, they went with weird with promotions in that game. But yeah, this particular moment here, where so this person driving through like a heap of like these tents and stuff like that, and then when the helicopter is got fireworks going off and they steal a car, that feels a lot more Saints Row, and that's what I want it to be more about. Love bats should be horny bats? I don't think they can say horny. Why does a dildo become love? That's what the filter does. What made Saints Row good was basically it was a more goofy version of GTA. Well, the thing is, I don't know how goofy this is looking. This is looking a lot more serious, which I think it's gone more quirky than goofy, because I think it was, I don't know. I don't know if I've been completely sold on this reboot. I wonder how a lot of other people feel. I saw a lot of people download vote this game, but we'll see. We'll see if it does well. I don't know. Currently, right now, it's feeling a bit generic to me, which is a bit sad. So, 4-foot floppy boys. One thing I'm really annoyed about is my grandpa threw away my original dual disc. Oh, Dominus. No, really? Oh, that sucks. What have you... Tante, what is this? What is this, lad? I'm not sure how often we're going to use this prop, Tante, but he's making it to the stage. He's making his way downtown. Chat, welcome to the stage, Tante Brotata. He's dead. He's dead, chat. Thank you, Tante. Doesn't feel like they feel like a game. It feels like a group of friends. It really does. That's what I was saying, Sunrise. It feels like we've got a scenario here where it feels like a crew. They don't feel like criminals. I feel like I need a shadow under Tante there. I just like him dead on the desk. Hang on, chat. Now I can do this. Now I can play with my toys on stream. No, that looks different. No, don't do that. That came out. No, don't. That looked different to what I was intending. Can I add one more? Of course, Tante. For you, more. How do you add stuff like that? Just add it to the scene. Tante is making for me, and then I just... What the heck? What are these ads sometimes? Yeah, you just add it to the scene. Alright, moving on from Saints Row. Lots of other stuff. Midnight Suns. We've already talked about Midnight Suns, Alex. Age of Empires 4 Gamescom gameplay. So we're actually finally going to see a bit more from this particular one. I am kind of excited, kind of not excited. I've lost my drive for a lot of RTS ones now. No, CJ, no. Make Diane Tante. Oh god. To make me wear either the Millennium Puzzle. Oh shit, I'd love the Millennium Puzzle. I don't know if I could get a dual disc working in Dominus. I think that'd be a bit hard for my tiny arms. But yes, I think it's hard to make impressive trailers for a game like this. But the thing is that's funny about this game is like how impressive looking the Dawn of War games are now. I feel like it's a bit hard to make like these be flashy, but it definitely looks a lot more rigid than a lot more modern RTSs are. So I don't know if Microsoft really have hit it off here, but it certainly looks like Age of Empires, that's for sure. What's this? Dead with Shadow? Okay, Dead with Shadow. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say in a sense about that one, unfortunately, because of the fact that, like, it is Age of Empires. I was hoping they'd show a little bit more or other gameplay stylings or something like that, but that doesn't look like where they were going. Aren't they very dead now? All right. Oh man, I want to talk about Jacko, but we'll hold off. I might hold off on the Jacko stuff because I want to talk about her. So we'll move her aside. She can take a step back for a moment. Otherwise, she'll just consume my stream. The only RTS I'll ever play again is probably Halo Wars. Bobblehead. That sounds like a Halo addict to me. Hey Scrubby, welcome on in. I wonder if they'll ever get a Dawn of War 3. That'd be cool. Company Heroes 3. Yeah, Company Heroes I think is always been one where I feel like they could really do some exciting stuff. All right, moving ahead. Niantic will keep some of the pre-pandemic protocols after Pokemon Go for Pokemon Go after all. So if you guys didn't hear, they were reducing restrictions on a lot of that stuff. Now they're reintroducing a lot of them. It was a very irresponsible thing for Pokemon Go to do. A lot of criticism happened for them. A lot of people were saying about not playing it because of what they were doing. A lot of upset people, but they've had to reduce it back. So Piplup looks like he's in a pandemic. It does look like he's about to be hunted down, doesn't it? Poor Piplup. I'm debating about getting a $35 Millennium Puzzle. Oh shit! So Indominus, if you haven't seen, there was a Japanese Millennium Puzzle that was like an expensive one that you can get. So you actually had to make the puzzle, and it's made of like actual like really good materials. Like it's not like proper real heavy metal, but it was like really nice. Chromatic metals that they had used. I really wanted to get that, but very expensive. But yeah, Pokemon Go. That's actually the right thing they've done there. Oh, here's one for Samurai. This was fate. Samurai's here for me to talk about Hatsune Miku. So, I actually really like this model. I don't talk about a lot of figures too often unless I think that they're very high quality. This is is the traditional twist figure. It's based off some art if you guys haven't seen it. It is very cute. I actually really like this. The only reason I bring this model up is just because some of them, I will never buy them, but the level of detail in this is fucking nuts. Like, I think that this is a gorgeous model. I think it's a really nice art piece, and I think it's just really well made. So I think the clouds are a little weird on the end of the dress, but still very, very nice. If you haven't seen, it's based off this artwork here, which some of you may have seen before, but rip Samu's wallet. I know. I'll drop this in chat for you, Samurai. But it is $300. Just saying. It is $300. What is this, Tante? What have you linked? Tante, can I have this? Tante, I think we've got a new prop. I like to scroll down on my. I'm like, what is this? Well, he was free. He's no longer free. I feel like, unfortunately, no longer free. Oh no, Tante! There's no transparency on the bottle. And I can fix that. I can fix it. To some degree. This boy was naughty, chat. So now he is trapped eternally. This will look a little weird, but I'll do the best I can. Color key? There we go. He can sit there. He's had for his misdeeds. Fortunately, the desk is the appropriate color, so this kind of works into some degree. All right. Oh no! Wait, how many things you guys gonna send me? All right, what's this, Samurai? Samurai's sending me clip art now. What? Oh, it's just a big apple. What? Where am I gonna put an apple? All right, now we're getting an apple. Have I not hit my prop limit? I swore the prop limit should have been hit by now. Thank you for actually giving me. Oh my god, that is a big apple. Teacher's pet. It's for teacher. Samurai, I don't know if you realized that apple is not going to live on my desk. Alright. You don't need it? Is this the picture and gather? Oh my god, yeah. You won't be able to convince him, CJ. You will not be able to convince Samurai. A little apple for later on. Be healthy, cat? Heck yeah. Healthy cat. This is how I be healthy. You absorb nutrients from the forehead. Alright. Let's keep moving. Gearbox Entertainment Studios establishes new Gearbox Montreal studio. So Montreal is the place to go. Montreal, again, Canada is still a fantastic place if you're a game developer. It is a fantastic place to have a lot of their studios get set up, and a lot of support over there. So it makes sense Gearbox has done that. I don't know really what the intention is here, because Gearbox doesn't feel like they're still in a situation to increase to a new office, but maybe it's not a bad idea, especially with America still having issues with getting a lot of studios up and running again. So it's to get away from Randy. I know, they kind of have to, Tante. Yeah. Once I have already gathered dust, these figures will help me find dust in my room. They just absorb dust from one to the other. That's what they do. That's how it works, right? Also, thank you for clipping that, Tante. I'll watch that later. Oh shit! Real talk, real news. I was very excited about this. Chat, I know a lot of people that are probably left that would be slightly excited by this. I was very excited. Monster Rancher 1 and 2. These two games, only released in Japan for the new remakes, are actually getting released here. I'm very excited. And it's going to be upgraded versions. So both Japan's also going to get an upgraded version as well. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So if you didn't see it, so Monster Rancher is a game that pretty much a series is basically dead. People, like, there's no new games for it. But it was always something that was very, very exciting to me, and I found it very fun. It's a very niche game. You guys know I like my monster raising games. These games are very silly, dumb Japanese games, and they are just fun. And it's interesting because I saw the mobile game coming out in Japan. I'm like, does that mean we're getting more Monster Rancher games? That new gacha game actually looks pretty fun, and I was hoping it would come to the West. Still has not. However, this suffices a lot. So, Monster Rancher is, I think it's the platforms, I think it's to the Switch, Apple iOS. I mean, we can watch the trailer. Let's just watch the trailer, chat. Let's do it. What the hell is that chicken with the head indent? Probably, I have no idea. The monsters in this game are wacky. Hey, Silver. There they are. Remember putting random CDs. So yes, Silver brings up a point. If you guys don't know, so the main way you would actually get monsters in the original game, I think in the PS1 and PS2 versions, is you would put in a CD, and it would read the ID off the CD and make you a randomly generated monster based on the ID. So you could get consistently a particular monster if you use that particular disc. But as you can see, this is kind of how Monster Rancher is. It is basically like PvP Digimon, where you raise them. They're very weird. You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, it's one of those series that was always, it's very 90s, very silly, but it kind of really struggled to keep a interest outside of Japan. And eventually in Japan it kind of waned off as well, because they're just dumb fun. But yeah, I'm just very excited by the fact that these two games. How do you get them now? There are no CDs. So the way they've done it in Japan, at least Samurai, when they made these Japanese first re-releases, they took a survey from Japanese players, what were their favorite monsters or what were their favorite CDs to use to generate monsters. And then they used those monsters and put them in a catalog that you would be able to get from these ones. And then there was also codes that they could get to actually go get those particular ones. Now for the Western release, they're now adding Western CDs. They're not doing a survey, it seems like. They're just adding them. But they're also going to be, just a catalog of ones that we've never seen, had before. What's the Booba monster back there? Oh, if you haven't seen Samurai, there's some weird monsters in there. There is some harpies and demon ladies and things like that. Is it coming to PC? I have malware that I could use monsters with. Maybe. I don't see, Atante, I don't think that you're going to be able to use CDs for this one. I think if you do want to do the CD stuff, that's probably still going to be reserved for the original games. But yeah, I'm just excited to replay this game, honestly. So the CD thing was very fun for me, but in an era where we don't have a lot of CDs, I don't know if that would really work. Imagine if you could use PC files. I feel like that would be a risky business. But Dante asked which platforms. So if you guys can't see, it is the Apple App Store. It's not coming to Google. Nintendo Switch as for both of them. So by the way, it is a collection of games as well. It's not just a game. You get both of them in a DX version, as well as Steam. So it is on PC, which means that we will probably be able to mod this game. Mine's for Bitcoin. Oh god, don't say that, Samurai. I feel like that's not very common to happen with Japanese games, though. But yeah, I'm very excited for that game. I'm very, very excited to just play Monster Rancher again, and that might be we might just chat. I might be just becoming a monster streamer. I might be becoming a Monster Razor person. Who knows? But yeah, moving on. We did a one for Samurai. This one's for me. Okami Shionui Nendroid will be available. Look how fucking cute this is. There's so many Nendroids dropping. I love Okami, and I love this little Nendroid. Ami is so cute. I love this so much. I kind of want this one. I like small figures. I'm more of a small figure person, but who's me? I don't know. I don't know who you are. At me. It's good as fuck. It's very cute. I really like it. Nendroids, by the way, eat like... Oh my god, look at that face! That one's very cute. It beats the shit out of like pop finals. I don't understand people buying pop finals when Nendroids exist. These things are just the best. I love them so much. Japan merchandise, very, very top tier. But yeah, let's continue. Blasphemous Wounds of Eventide update launches December 9th. Blasphemous 2 is announced. So an expansion to Blasphemous and a sequel. This game is a game that I've been wanting to return to. People really loved this game. Very, very dark tones, very heavy. If you hadn't played the game, it's... If you like roguelike... not roguelikes. If you like side-scrolling action adventures, Castlevania likes, Souls likes, definitely worth checking out these games. I don't know what the hell happens in the story to watch this sort of thing. No idea if any of this will be spoilers for me, but it's very dark. And the fact that it's popular enough to get not only an expansion but a sequel, pretty cool. The severed dog head over the severed limbs is a bit disturbing. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Pop finals are cheap, it's that simple. So are Tante, but so are Nendroids. Nendroids are very cheap. Bunch of boomers have beanie bag baby brain. That's true. That's definitely true. Beanie bag baby brain. BB. Wow, do you fight like a series of head god things? What is going on? Nendroids are $70. Some Nendroids are. Not all of them are, Tante. The ones that aren't adaptable are pretty cheaper. A lot cheaper. There are also like there's things that it's not just as Nendroids. There's also other things as well from Japan that are basically the same as the smaller non-adaptable ones as well. Anyone understand Latin? Man, I feel like people watching this trailer are Blasphemous fans must have lost their fucking shit. You just realized the time. Oh shit, yeah. Whoa, it's already 2 o'clock. Holy shit, we've been in the news for 2 hours. Well, yeah, hopefully we can get through this because I will need to join up with Bear soon enough. So we're getting there. We're most of the way through. Like I said, big news day. Solstice Sisters trailer drop. So this one is a game that I was looking forward to. So it turns out the Solstice game, the Souls-like game that looks like more like Guts than like even the Souls characters are. She has a ghost sister, I guess. What were the other Yu-Gi-Oh games? I talked about that, Samurai. It's in one of my older news things. You can definitely, if you go look up the Yu-Gi-Oh news from a while back, you should be able to hopefully find it. Really big news, nearly 1 AM. I'm sorry, Alex. So, like I said, we were gonna do, like, rather than doing a Let's Watch, it was easier for me to just grab a lot of this stuff right now. Otherwise I probably would have done one. So this game looks nice. I don't know if it looks like it plays nice. I don't know if this will be any good. I feel like this game is a lot more cinematic than it needs to be. I think it wants to lean into the cool, but I think that it has a bit of an issue with... I worry that it will not be very fun to play, which is the important thing, so we'll see. This feels like a bit of a, like, a game that's, like, very much for me, to the point that it feels like a bit of a bait, honestly. I wonder why they went down the road of having this ghost thing. Oh my god, she gets monster face. Weird. It's the weekend? That's true. But yeah, there's this gameplay footage. I will have to check this out later. I won't check it out now, but yeah. Pretty cool. I think that game's very exciting. Speaking about similar sort of vein to what we've been speaking about so far, some gritty, angry stuff, is one of the grittiest, angry things you'll ever see. Gungrave is getting talked about again. Still not out yet, still in development hell, but we're getting another cinematic trailer. I fucking love Gungrave, but weirdly enough, they're fighting the Saints Row crew, I guess, now. By the way, Bear will be able to try Cyber Sleuth Edition. Oh shit, that's pretty exciting, Indominus. I think Bear would like Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I don't know if he'd like World, but definitely Cyber Sleuth I think he'd be excited about. I like that he comes from space now, so... I don't know why Gungrave is like, he's... I don't know why Brandon is like fucking... He must have been launched out of a cannon. Gungrave, the PS2 game, that's the one! A game that we never thought we'd see a sequel to. Something that I adore. Coming back is pretty fucking cool. Oh god, that music gets me every time. It's coming 2022. They say that. It better be coming. I hope it's coming. I really want to play that game, even if it's a piece of shit. So if you guys don't know, there was like there was a VR game that came out for Gungrave, and people liked it, but I don't know if it necessarily was like something that had a huge acclaim. But if they actually make a proper Gungrave game, that's what I want to see. And I don't know, these screenshots, it's hard to read what's actually happening, and they're not great, but yeah. Getting exhausted from the news chat. South Korea plans to abolish gaming curfew. So, I think this is a really good thing to happen. I do always feel like gaming curfews and things like that are pretty frustrating. I think limitations on children's gaming in particular areas such as gachas and certain content should definitely still be a thing. But having a gaming curfew, I don't know if that's the way to go. I feel like that's something that should be the responsibility of parents. And as a free citizen, even as a child, you should have some ability to choose how and when you live your life. So, it looks like the Korean government is looking at reducing that, which is nice to see. Korea does particularly have a pretty bad, like, even with this curfew, the gaming issue there is pretty heavy. Like, they've got addictions very heavy in South Korea for gaming, especially like spending as well. But it's their culture needs to adapt, and I feel like they are adapting. But it'll be interesting to see if they can tailor it with how reducing these all back. I do wish the next order Omnimon's What D was in another game. Yeah, I mean he's around in other things. I think Indominus, what would be nice to see is more Digimon games come out, so we just see a lot of the stuff, like more fan favorites just make it in and stuff. Monster Hunter Rise Akuma layered armor materials. So if you didn't see, Akuma is coming, or is here in Monster Hunter. I will go find the trailer because this doesn't actually have the trailer here. So this trailer is actually pretty cool. I kind of lost my shit when I saw this because it looked like a full moveset. Where's the trailer? Here we go. Okay, we're on Eurogamer again. We'll watch this on YouTube. Come on. All right. Now this is another Capcom collab with Capcom. Very weird that they're calling it that. I don't know why they need to call it a collab. Fairly sure it's just a crossover with their own IPs. But Akuma Street Fighter V style is in the game, and he looks pretty good. His face looks shit, but I think that's the Street Fighter V art style not translating very well. But we get the Hadouken coming back. We have what seems to be a move set, but I think it's a sword and shield set. So you can fireball in the air. So some people have talked about, I thought it was an emote like it was in the previous games, but it looks like it is probably going to be the shurikens changed. I haven't actually seen how this works. You can see them with other weapons here, so you can still use weapons with it. But I'm curious which part of this are emotes and which parts are which part are emotes and which part are actual attacks. So him posing, I assume, must be an emote. It looks like he has a super here. So when he uses the Metsu Hado, the launcher looks like it's the sword and shield launcher. But when he uses this, where is it? A bit earlier. Yeah. So there's Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki looks like it's the sword and shield special, the defending one. And then you have this. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what Metsu Hado is, but it might be another sword and shield special. But it's really long, so I really have no idea. Finally, Finally, Capcom Monster Hunter and Capcom Tekken are working together. Aren't they? The poses from the weapon pose set. Ah. So it does change a lot of stuff. But yeah, like you can see him using his fist there, but it's because the sword and shield are invisible, I'm guessing. But yeah, it looks pretty fucking cool. The fact that you've got like this, you've basically got the Tatsumaki as a reversal is very strange. I like that they've got the full-powered Zynoga. I'm assuming that's meant to be Blanca. But yeah, very cool. I'm actually super into this. We will be playing this tomorrow. We will be doing Monster Hunter Rise to go get this collab armor tomorrow so I can test it out. I don't play a lot of Sword and Shield, but I will definitely be playing it to test out all of this stuff. So the layered armor is invisible sword and shield, essentially layered with switch skills and wire bug skills. Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to playing a bit of that. Oh, I should have put this with the other stuff. So, Sega Atlas channel will be announced Sega Atlas channel will be held during Capcom. All right, we're gonna reset. Sega Atlas channel will be held during TGS 2021. So online TGS is happening soon. So it will be held during October, the 1st to the 3rd. I absolutely love TGS. I love Japanese games, so a lot of Japanese indies that you never get visibility to get a lot of representation. So this will be really fun. But yeah, Sega's definitely going to be there. It makes sense. Sega has done a lot of this stuff, but we're going to start seeing news ramp up. Now that Gamescom's happening and we're getting announcements for Japanese games, during Gamescom, we're going to start seeing TGS news sort of ramp up. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus, welcome on in. Any Digimon news? Hold on to that thought, Indominus. I will talk about that shortly, mostly because it is a rumor. Why play Sword and Shield when you can play Bug Stick? Well, you can't be a Street Fighter character. Alright, now this is probably one of the big pieces of news that happened during Gamescom that people got excited for, but it's not as intense as people think it is. So, Elden Ring. Elden Ring actually got some new screenshots, which is pretty fun. So we're seeing new things like a new Fuzzy Dragon Boy, new statuette people. These are very small, by the way, chat. This is the hard part about looking at Gamatsu's images. So if there are bigger versions of these images elsewhere, so if you do want to look into them, but they're very cool looking. But one big thing is apparently that very notable people in the game's influencer scene have gotten access to playing this game. There are people who are games journalism. They've played it. IGN has done a review on it. They've played the first 15 minutes of Elden Ring, which is we're hearing a lot of stuff now of how the game plays and how it feels and what they're trying to aim for. And it sounds like it really is the merger of all the Souls games, all the games that FromSoft have made over the past decade coming together, which is pretty fucking cool. I really am very excited for this game. Whatever they do, I think that whatever they touch is gold, so I'm very happy. So, but yeah. I'm starting to run out of steam, chat. We might need some water. Suda51, No More Heroes 3 statement says goodbye to Travis. So No More Heroes 3 is here. I will be playing it soon. When we find time to play it, it'll be pretty quick, I imagine. No More Heroes are usually pretty short games. I've played all the previous ones on stream with you guys. And, well, not all of them. But, yeah, I really want to play this game. But if you guys didn't see, there was a send-off here. This might be either the last No More Heroes. I don't know how the story goes, but it is certainly the end of Travis. Seemingly. So, now carrying on the thousands of thoughts, I run along the Thunder Road once more. As the journey ends, the Crimson Bike falls in a deep sleep. Goodbye, Travis. Goodbye, No More Heroes. Goodbye, fleeting moments and days. Farewell to all Travis touchdowns everywhere. So, yeah. Looks like this is the end of the line for No More Heroes, which is fine. Because their team, Grasshopper Studios, can do whatever they want at this point because their other games have just been notably, like, people have been into them. It's been fun. So, I'm okay with this. I don't think that No More Heroes necessarily needs to keep going on forever, but it was nice to have a return to it. I think No More Heroes 3 coming out is just a very just cool thing to come about. There's a Digital Evolver shirt in game. There's a crazy amount of shirts in this game, by the way, Tante. Unlike the previous ones where it's like they had a few sort of reference ones, this one has a stupid amount apparently, so we'll see. Thank you for the water, Alex. Yeah, we will definitely be playing some No More Heroes 3, that's for sure. Alright, we're here, chat. I mean, I got 2 articles about this. We could literally both of them talking about the same thing. Jacko is here! My girl has arrived. I still haven't played her. I haven't had the time yet. But I'll probably be playing it tomorrow on stream. Unless Bear wants to play it tonight. I don't know what you guys want to do. I won't be streaming today, so whichever you take on GU, I can join you. Also, I won't be on till late, so I'll come through when I can. Okay. So I was just checking because I didn't know what Bear was doing. So I was thinking of either playing GG tonight, but Bear probably won't be able to join until later if I do that, or we can play it tomorrow. So I am very excited to play Jacko. I really want to play her. That's probably why I want to stream her right now. But I think I just should stick to the standard and do a bit of GU because I want to do some GU. So if you guys feel like you're really wanting to do it right now, Tante, are you able to make Strive tomorrow's session, or is probably today the only time that it'd work for you? Fight night? Fight night! I can play a handful of games if you like. I don't know, but I'm rusty as fuck. Don't worry, Tante, don't worry about rusty. I've got to learn this version of Jacko, so you just throw shit at me and I'll be fine. Like, you'll be fine as well because no one knows what's happening. I want to play GU as I want to get progress in G rank. Okay, don't Indominus, yeah. We'll see. I'll try and gauge what people want to do. The hard part about asking chat is I'm asking people that are here currently rather than the people that can turn up. People are probably expecting tomorrow for Guilty Gear, but I think Bear might be able to make more Guilty Gear tomorrow, so yeah, you should be available tomorrow. Alright, we'll do Guilty Gear tomorrow then, so that's fine. But anyway, let's talk about Jack O. If you guys have not seen my girl, she plays a little bit different to how she used to play. And I fucking love this. I think she's going to be super fun this time around.
Jack O fights by summoning servants. Take control of the ever-changing battlefield as you go on the...
People made a joke about how this announcer sounds like the SNK announcer. So, if you haven't seen Jacko's thing, she is a servant summoner, or she's a minion summoner. In the previous game, she kind of had an RTS style mechanic where she would drop little houses, which she would throw at enemies, and she would level up the minions or via the houses. So as long as the house stayed alive, it would. But in this game, they are them. They don't level up or anything anymore, and they only have one, and they all seem to have one type. You'll see, so each servant seems to just do one thing now, whereas in the previous games they all did a different thing. So I think the way this works now is a lot simpler, but probably a little bit better. So you will be throwing your servants at people. I heard she has some Venom vibes. Yes. So the thing is, it's a bit different to her. She's a lot more like Venom now, because Venom would put out balls, and the billiard balls you would knock into each other. The summons can now click into each other, and then they kind of float. In the old game, they walked at you and would poke you. In this one, you literally put them down and they just sit there. So you've got to knock them around with her abilities and stuff like that. So is this the thing Dunkey was making fun of? I have no idea, James. I don't watch Dunkey. But I fucking love the servants being back. I'm glad they didn't neuter this part of her, because otherwise she would have had to play super, super different. But as you can see, bit annoying. They're going to cover the screen. She is very set play heavy. So her setups are going to be like, look at that. Look at how easy it's going to be to be able to juggle people. But one thing is that summons basically have 3 states. But one big thing is that they you can hit them and then they'll just disappear. In the previous game, if you hit Jacko, they would disappear, but I don't know if that's the case in this game. But you basically, you can command them to attack with different special commands, and you can tell them to defend, you can tell them to explode, you can knock them about, her super powers them up. But because of all those things I've just described, it means Jacko does not have abilities to do other effects. So she doesn't have a lot of specials. All her specials will be dedicated to basically controlling the minions. That's her super that used to be her grab. So I don't know what her grab looks like now. I don't know if she's got ball and chain anymore, but yeah. So I want to look at her normals and her grab and all that stuff. But they describe basically just how the supers work and the specials work in this game. But there's the bomb. So you can literally blow up all 3 of them. It does a decent amount of damage. It doesn't do crazy damage, but yeah. I came back from doing some housework and still talking about car game or motorcycles. No, Kana, not anymore. Yu-Gi-Oh! Time's over. Well, I've gone so long, people don't want to talk about Yu-Gi anymore. Hey, Noah, welcome on in. Jacko, this kind of round feels like your kind of character. I think she looks a lot better. I think that this is a lot easier for people. But it's I think this version of Jacko is a lot more accessible for people. I think the last version of her was not fantastic. She wasn't top tier. She was just frustrating to fight, and she was hard to learn. But yeah, this is the move that's probably going to be the most used, which is cheer servant on. That's super, by the way. So 2 things. Forever Elysion Driver, very good. This move will power up your minions for a time period, which is really good. But then, the better thing about, and this is probably why you will want to save meter for Forever Elysion, is because it's a reversal. Jacko's biggest problem is that she doesn't have any reversal capabilities usually. She does now. This is fucking crazy. This is so good. I think I just mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! I would never do that, Kana. Playing Wii Fit made me realize I really like projectable manipulation characters. I do too. The thing is, I'm not really I like set play characters, but I like my Unga Bunga. I live in 2 worlds, and mostly I don't play these types of characters unless there's a visual. I usually get pulled in by visual more often than not, but check this shit. I love this. Look at this. It's going to be... I really am curious how to just go nuts here. I am curious what normals she has, because the thing is that she had some really good normals in the previous game, so... Because there's quite a few of them are back. Because she had really long reach was another thing as well. Look how good that is. Oh, I'm so curious how well she plays. I haven't had a review yet of what people think of her, but she just looks really fun. I'm really excited. I think a character's personality matters to people as much as their playstyles. Yeah, 100%. I agree, Tante. I think a lot of people play fighting games, a lot of the time they'll play their waifus and husbandos because it's just, they want to play what they want to play. Sometimes gameplay stylings will take effect and you'll just play the thing that feels real good, but a lot of the time it's the merger of the two that get you. By the way, I beat Fatty this bad that I get a pleasure from beating it from an Elder Lair. Nice, Noah. I still need to beat him second time round, but I'm looking forward to getting there. I'm halfway up the second Elder's Lair. We need a Discord Yu-Gi-Oh watch party. Oh god, Indominus. Do I need a Yu-Gi-Oh channel? Indominus, do we need to make a Yu-Gi-Oh channel on the Discord? I feel like we might have to. I might have to. I don't know. I'll make a note of it. Yu-Gi-Oh Discord. I mean, CJ's there. Discord. CJ could make it now if he wanted, but I don't know. I like playing Ace in Rainbow, but I'd want to punch that wanker so much in his dumb face. That's true. Sometimes you kind of have that at the same time where you hate the character you play. But yeah, Jacko's out. I'll be playing her tomorrow. If you guys want to join me for some Guilty Gear tomorrow, that's what I'll do. But for now, I think that's all the news, unless there's something else. Actually, there is. There is a small piece of news that I wanted to cover. If you guys haven't been to the Gaming Rumors Reddit, this is a place where I kind of live sometimes. But there is a top voted one right now, which is very important. Something that I've been talking about for quite some time, and it's been in development hell, and it keeps being pushed back, is Digimon Survive was rated for Australian Classification Ratings Board today. Holy shit, hell yeah. I'm so excited. You don't have the power? Oh shit. Oh, I thought you did have the power, CJ. I might have to check that. But yeah, Digimon Survive. It might actually be finally happening, and what will be nice about that is that means that they can stop working on making that game. Because I want them to work on a new world or story game, because as much as I'm interested in this game and its aesthetic and the possible story outcomes, I kind of just want another story or world game, please. Please? I don't think making this pillar has been worth it for them, because it really has destroyed them in terms of like development times and everything. They're really making their money very heavily on the other stuff, like the actual physical Digimon stuff, but this is something that's a little frustrating to me. So hopefully this game comes out and it's good or decent, at least, that people are interested, because I don't want to see them make 2 steps forward, 1 steps back, especially when people really like stories and world right now. So I mean, that time's kind of past. We're now in a weird era where people don't care again, but they need to cash in on their momentum at some point. I made his armor. I'm unable to make Silverwind and Grimclaw. As in, you need the eggs, or do you need the armor? The armor's not too bad. Getting the eggs can be a little frustrating. It just takes time, unfortunately, you know. Yeah, I think that is the news. That was an awful lot of news. But that was Gamescom. A bit of a roundup. There will probably be things that I will... Because Gamescom's still going at the moment. So there'll be more things that happen during the week, which I will probably talk on a bit on stream. But we will probably talk about next week during next week's news. So we'll probably do a post roundup as well. So there we go. That is Gamescom. That is the news. TGS is not too far away. We've got like another month or two. And then we'll end up hitting a very heavy news cycle. And then from there, we're going to be doing the Game Awards. So we're in that round build-up period to the later end stage and of the year. And then, yeah. World and stories of what? Of Digimon. Can I get the egg since I was robbed of Flowery Dead? Oh no. But yeah. I better take a break. That was a long set of news. That was almost 2.5 hours of news. Or 2 hours of news. My voice. Holy heck. Good way to start the week. I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to go prep for Monster Hunter GU. So if you guys want to join me in GU. If you want to join me in GU, I will be setting up. If you guys want to do low rank, if you want to do high rank or G rank, you guys let me know. I'm happy to help out. Bear will probably be a little bit before he jumps on, but when he does, then we'll probably do some G rank hub stuff. But yeah. Don't forget your dream. Oh yeah, we'll have to talk about the dream. Should we talk about that and then I'll go? Cat on the fence? PRP! Oh my god, CJ. Thank you for the water, Noah. I need to finish my lunch. My lunch is stone cold next to me now. Alright, do we want to do story time? Alright, we might do a quick story time. weird story dream time. Okay. So, story time. This is a weird offshoot thing that I normally wouldn't talk about, but I don't usually dream about streaming, chat. It was very weird. I woke up this morning, like, in a haze. I had like a weird, like, almost mini nightmare from, like, streaming. It was like I was in a stranger's house.